In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an onboarding email sequence that keeps new clients engaged, excited, and moving forward with your service, plus give you the exact email templates and timing that prevents client ghosting. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to automate your client onboarding so you never lose another client in those crucial first few weeks again. In this video, you'll discover the 3 critical onboarding emails that turn hesitant buyers into raving fans, and the biggest mistake service providers make that causes clients to second-guess their purchase decision. You'll also find out the psychological triggers that keep clients engaged during the vulnerable period right after they buy, and exactly when to send each email for maximum impact. With that foundation in place, let's dive into why your current onboarding process might be sabotaging your client relationships without you even realizing it. Here's what most service business owners do not realize. The moment someone says yes to working with you, they immediately start second-guessing that decision. It's called buyer's remorse, and it hits service purchases harder than physical products because your clients can't hold what they just bought in their hands. Think about your own experience. When you buy a course or hire a consultant, what happens in your head the next day? You start wondering if you made the right choice, if this person can actually deliver what they promised, if you should have shopped around more. Your new clients are going through the exact same mental process. The problem is, most service providers send one generic welcome email and then go silent until it's time to start the actual work. During that silence, your client's excitement fades, their doubts grow, and they start building walls in their mind about working with you. By the time you're ready to begin, they're already mentally checked out. This is why automation isn't just convenient, it's critical. You need a system that keeps reinforcing their decision, building their confidence in you, and maintaining their excitement, even when you're busy with other clients or taking time off. Let me walk you through the most common mistakes I see when I audit service businesses' email sequences, because chances are you're making at least one of these. Mistake number 1 is the information dump. You send a massive welcome email with everything they could possibly need to know. Login credentials, next steps, what to expect, homework assignments, links to resources. Your intention is good. You want to be thorough and helpful. But from the client's perspective, it feels overwhelming. They're already feeling vulnerable about their purchase decision, and now you're hitting them with a fire hose of information. Mistake number 2 is radio silence after the welcome. You send that one email and then nothing until your first scheduled call or meeting. During that gap, your client's mind fills the silence with doubt. They start wondering if you're organized, if you really care about their success, if they made the right choice. Mistake number 3 is generic messaging that could apply to anyone. Your emails sound like they were written for every client, rather than speaking directly to their specific situation and concerns. This makes clients feel like just another number in your system, rather than someone you're personally invested in helping. And mistake number 4 is forgetting to address the emotional side of the purchase. Service businesses are inherently personal. People aren't just buying your expertise. They're buying hope for transformation, relief from pain, or achievement of a goal that matters deeply to them. If your emails only focus on logistics and next steps without acknowledging the emotional investment they've made, you're missing a huge opportunity to deepen the relationship. Now let me give you the kind of sequence that keeps clients engaged and excited from day 1 through your first real interaction with them. Email 1 goes out immediately after purchase, ideally within minutes if you have the automation set up properly. This email has one job: reinforce their decision and make them feel smart for choosing you. In the body, acknowledge the courage it took to invest in themselves, remind them briefly of the specific results they're seeking, and give them one simple next step. Not 10 next steps, not a complex onboarding process, just one thing they can do right now to feel like they're making progress. This might be scheduling their first call, filling out a simple intake form, or joining a private group. Email 2 goes out 24 hours later. This is your expectation-setting email. You're going to walk them through exactly what the next few weeks look like, address common concerns or questions, and share a brief story about another client who had similar goals and got great results. The key here is to make them feel normal for having doubts or concerns, and confident that you have a proven process. Email 3 arrives 72 hours after purchase. This is your value-add email where you give them something helpful before your actual work together begins. Maybe it's a planning worksheet, a resource list, a short video explaining a key concept, or even just your thoughts on the most important mindset shift they need to make. The goal is to remind them why they hired you by giving them a taste of your expertise. Email 4 comes 1 week after purchase, assuming you haven't had your first official interaction yet. This is your connection and momentum email. Check in on how they're feeling, ask if they have any questions, and build excitement for what's coming next. If appropriate, you might share more about your background or approach, or highlight what makes your method different from what they've tried before. The beauty of email automation is that you set it up once and it works for every new client. But I know the word automation can sound intimidating if you're not technically inclined. Here's the simplest way to think about it. You need an email platform that can send timed emails based on when someone becomes a client. Most email marketing platforms like MailChimp, ConvertKit, or even simpler tools like Flowdesk can handle this. You're not building anything complex, just a series of emails that get triggered when someone makes a purchase or gets tagged as a new client in your system. If you're using a scheduling platform like Calendly or Acuity, many of these integrate directly with email platforms. When someone books and pays for your service, they automatically get added to your onboarding sequence. If you're handling things more manually, you can still set up the emails and just add people to the sequence when they become clients. The key is to start simple. Don't try to build the perfect system right away. Write your 4 emails, set up basic automation, and then improve it based on how your clients respond. You'll quickly see which emails get the best responses and which ones need tweaking. What makes these onboarding emails so effective isn't just the timing or the content. It's understanding what's happening in your client's mind during those first few days and weeks. When someone hires a service provider, they're in a vulnerable state. They've admitted they need help with something important to them. They've invested money they could have spent on other things, and now they're depending on someone else to deliver results. That vulnerability can quickly turn into defensiveness if they don't feel supported and confident about their decision. Your onboarding emails need to address this vulnerability directly. Acknowledge that making this investment took courage. Remind them of their goals and why achieving them matters. Share stories or examples that help them see themselves succeeding. The more you can make them feel understood and supported, the more engaged and cooperative they'll be throughout your working relationship. There's also a concept called the honeymoon phase in client relationships. Right after someone hires you, they're at peak excitement and motivation. Your onboarding emails should capitalize on that energy by giving them small wins and maintaining their enthusiasm. Don't wait until your first official meeting to start delivering value. Start immediately with helpful content, insights, or preparation steps that make them feel like they're already making progress. Before we wrap up, let me give you a few simple tweaks that can dramatically improve how your onboarding emails perform. First, your subject lines need to create curiosity without being clickbaity. Instead of, "Welcome to my program, try what to expect in your first week," or "the one thing that will determine your success." You want them to feel like opening the email will give them valuable information, not just generic pleasantries. Second, personalize beyond just their first name. Reference their specific goals, the package they purchased, or something they shared during your initial conversation. This shows you're paying attention to them as an individual, not just processing them through a generic system. Third, include clear next steps in every email, but make them feel optional rather than mandatory. Instead of, "You must complete this form by Friday," try, "When you're ready, this quick form will help me prepare for our first call." People respond better when they feel in control of the process. And finally, write your emails like you're talking to a friend who's feeling nervous about a big decision they just made. Be encouraging, be personal, and be genuinely helpful. The more human you sound, the more connected your clients will feel to you and your service. Look, I get it. Setting up email automation might feel like one more thing on your already overwhelming to-do list. But think about what it costs you every time a client ghosts, asks for a refund, or starts your working relationship feeling disconnected and skeptical. Those problems multiply your workload because you're constantly having to rebuild trust and motivation that should have been maintained from day one. The service business owners who consistently get the best results and the most referrals aren't necessarily the most skilled at their craft. They are the ones who make their clients feel supported, confident, and excited throughout the entire relationship. And that starts with how you handle those crucial first few days and weeks after someone decides to work with you. If you would like a quick 5-minute audit of your funnel or your process to spot the areas that you can test and improve upon, check out the free downloadable checklist especially made for service businesses with smaller teams. It's meant to help you trace the leaks in your own business and identify what your next steps should be to solve it. This way, you can make changes to those exact areas of your sales pipeline and understand your customer better. This way, you'll be more likely to get more out of your marketing efforts even with the same number of leads in future. The link is in the description below. This has been Rita with clicksandthings.com. See you in the next one.